Many people preparing an EB-1 petition believe that once they meet 3 of the regulatory criteria, approval should follow. That belief is one of the most common and costly misunderstandings in the EB-1 process. Every year, applicants who satisfy 3, 4, and sometimes even 5 criteria are denied. Why? Not because their evidence was weak, but because they failed to win at the final merit determination. To understand how to win EB-1, you must first understand how USCIS evaluates these cases. EB-1 petitions are adjudicated using a 2-prong or a 2-step analysis. Step 1 asks a narrow question: has the beneficiary submitted evidence that meets at least 3 of the 10 regulatory criteria? Now, this question does not answer the question of extraordinary ability. The second step, known as the final merit determination, is where the real decision is made. At this stage, USCIS evaluates the totality of the evidence to determine or to decide whether the beneficiary or the petitioner has demonstrated sustained national or international acclaim, and whether they belong to the small percentage of individuals or professionals who have risen to the very top of their field. Now, this is not a counting exercise. The officer is no longer tallying criteria, looking at whether you met 3 or 4. The officer at this point is making a judgment. This is where many applicants fail. Since step 1 creates a false sense of security, applicants assume that meeting multiple criteria automatically proves extraordinary ability. USCIS does not see it that way. Step 1 only establishes eligibility for consideration for the final merit determination, which is step 2. At final merit, the officer steps back and looks at the entire record as a whole. The question is no longer, did the petitioner submit enough documents? Now the question becomes, does this person clearly stand out from their peers? Officers are trained to assess distinctions, not effort. They look for evidence of impact, influence, recognition, significance, and sustained excellence over time. So they want to be able to defend an approval. And when it goes under internal scrutiny, they should be able to defend it. One of the biggest mistakes applicants make at final merit is treating it like a summary section. Many petitions simply repeat the evidence already submitted under each criterion, assuming that volume will persuade USCIS. USCIS is not persuaded by a repetition. Final merit is not a recap, it is an argument. It is the point where the petitioner must explain why the combination of achievements proves top or failed standing. Now, another common mistake that people make is confusing activity with acclaim. Many applicants demonstrate that they have been productive, busy, or successful in their roles. Productivity alone does not establish extraordinary ability. USCIS is not asking whether you are competent or accomplished. They are asking whether your work has earned recognition beyond routine professional success. Extraordinary ability requires distinction, not participation. So you understand. A third frequent failure point is the absence of comparative analysis. This is very, very important. USCIS does not assume that your achievements are rare. You must explicitly show how your accomplishments place you above others in your field. Final merit requires comparison, either direct or contextual, to demonstrate that the beneficiary operates at a level achieved by only a small percentage of professionals. Sustained acclaim is another critical element that is often misunderstood. One-time achievements Isolated awards or short bursts of recognition are usually insufficient. USCIS looks for a trajectory. They want to see growth, continuity, and reinforcement of reputation over some time. The evidence should show that recognition was not accidental or temporary or a one-term affair. It must show that it was earned and maintained over a period of time. At final merit, officers are also evaluating whether the recognition is independent. Achievements that exist only within a single employer or organization often raise red flags unless they are supported by external validation. USCIS places significant weight on recognition that comes from outside the beneficiary's immediate workplace, such as independent media coverage, professional invitations, peer review roles, or field-wide influence. You see, winning at final merit requires intentional strategy. First, the petition must present a clear narrative of distinction. The evidence should tell a coherent story of advancement, leadership, and increasing recognition. Disconnected achievements weaken the case, even if each piece of evidence is strong on its own. Second, the evidence must converge. Each criterion should reinforce the others. High salary should support leadership and expertise. Judging should reinforce professional authority. Publications or media coverage should support influence and reputation. USCIS is persuaded by patterns, not isolated accomplishments. Third, the petition must speak directly to the officer's reasoning process. A strong final merit argument anticipates doubt and answers it before it even arises. It explains why approval is appropriate under the law and why the beneficiary clearly belongs to the small percentage at the top of the field. The goal is to make the officer comfortable approving the case. This is why applicants with 4 or 5 or even 6 criteria sometimes still lose at the final merit determination. The issue is rarely the quantity of evidence, it is the quality of synthesis. Without a persuasive final merit argument, even impressive records can appear fragmented, employer dependent, or insufficiently distinguished. Final merit determination is where EB-1 cases are truly won or lost. Step 1 opens the door. Step 2 decides whether you pass through it or not. EB-1 is not a checklist visa, it is a judgment-based visa. Understanding that difference and preparing your petition accordingly is what separates approvals from denials. If you approach final merits as the central argument of your petition rather than an afterthought, you dramatically increase your chances of success. The strongest EB-1 cases are not those with the most documents, but those that clearly and convincingly explain why the beneficiary stands apart from the field as a whole. Again, I am Dr. Felix, your EB-1 strategist and partner in immigration success. If you found value in this video, please subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell. I will see you in the next video.